Simply put, there is no single law which says that all employers must distribute an employee handbook or employer manual, at least none that I'm aware of. There certainly is no federal law, there's no New York State law, and by the way, I'm a New York State practitioner, so I'll talk about New York State, New York City laws a lot today, try to make analogies to what could be required elsewhere in the United States. But my point is, I'm not aware of any single law which actually requires the distribution of a handbook to all employees. So there is no handbook law. So when clients ask me, well, what law requires that we distribute a handbook? I say to them, there is no specific law. So I think that's probably pretty important to know off the bat. However, that's not to say that distributing a handbook is not a really good idea, if not almost required from a legal perspective. What do I mean by almost required? Well, employers are required to draft and distribute certain policies. So where would those policies go? You're not going to issue 15 different policies. You're going to put them together in the form of a handbook. So it's true that there is no single handbook law, but many employers in New York and across the nation are required to distribute mandatory policies. So some examples of mandatory policies include mandatory sick leave policies. I have clients in New York who all they bothered to do was distribute a poster, a notice of rights that employees are eligible for paid sick leave. But when the Department of Consumer Affairs investigates, they say, well, yeah, your client gave out the notice, the poster that we made publicly available, but where is your client's written sick leave policy? So the place to do it would be an employee handbook. Again, no employee handbook law, but in New York at least, and in other jurisdictions as well, you must distribute a written sick leave policy. Where would that go? It would go in the handbook.